Good morning, everyone. I am Marifa Bisilia Abay, and this is my partner, Hannah Gooder. Our topic for today is Chapter 7 The Dynamics of Organizational and Human Behavior.
In human behavior is how change affects people and organization. There is a saying that the only permanent thing in this world is change. Change was brought about the prevailing condition in the environment. People can change his thoughts and he will change his world. Pinoy can do many things to simplify his busy life. For success in achieving his life goals, he needs to do more than just changes in his behavior. And Pinoy though has a great deal to do with his success in any goal in life. Pinoy 7 simple paths to change. First, have a life plan. Life plan is a guide or the direction towards a predestined goal. Second, exercise personal discipline. Discipline refers to the rules needed to gain and maintain order. Third, organize yourself. Organizing can be a valuable key of simplifying life and settling up structures for order as having a place for everything. Fourth, observe humility in life. Humility makes a difference in Pinoy life because it is more than a behavior or an action. Fifth, love your work and feel that it matters. Pinoy may have been viewed work as an end in his life and this have leave him in a confusing state of flux in any given day. Sixth, open your heart to help others. Giving helps Pinoy simplify life by turning his eyes from the superficial assessment of social status to the value of reaching out those in need. 7. Keep a healthy body, mind, and spirit. Pinoy's good health frees him to make most of his life without the complication of illness. Human behavior and its environment. The environment plays an important factor in personality development. These environmental factors affect every individual's characteristics and behavior, as well as it can develop compact and balanced society. There are 6 interplays with the development of social culture. First, the home and family. The family is the most important human group which develops human behavior. Second, environmental factors. Pinoy is beginning to realize that the environmental factors of disasters, strategies, plundering, and excessive exploitation of our natural resources that cause flooding and other calamities which are global in nature. Third, cultural environment. Cultural environment refers to the learned ways of living. It is the norms of behavior that are transmitted through social groups, beginning in the life of Pinoy as he learns to react to his environment. Fourth, the social environment. The social environment refers to the various groups and social interactions going on in the life of Pinoy. Fifth, social status and rules. Pinoy is either male or female, or the third, a sex. Pinoy is born into a group that occupies a certain position or rank. Sixth, the social agent. The school, the church, and other social institutions are instruments in molding Pinoy into a dynamic, wholesome, and assertive individual. Types of individual change. First, individual level change. Individual level change may take place due to changes in job assignment and the spur of an employee to a different location or changes in the maturity level of the person which occurs over a passage of time. Second, group level change. In implementing any change, management must consider the group of people in the organization as the group influence the organizational climate. Third, organizational level change. These levels of changes are made by top management that affect both Pinoy and his groups. There are 4 different types of organizational level change. First is a strategic change. As the business conditions and environment change brought about by advancement in technology and the economy, organization changes its basic objectives to multiple objectives. Second, the structural change. Organizational structure is the pattern of a relationship among various position holders. Third, process-oriented change. The changes are brought about the technological advancement in automation, information processing with the use of advanced computer system, and advancement in communication that allows organization to hold conferences right at their respective offices. Fourth, people-oriented change. People-oriented change could be the most difficult change needed by work organization. These changes are directed toward better work performance, group coordination, work values, dedication, and loyalty to the organization. Other factors affecting the organizational change. There are a number of factors of both internal and external which affect organizational function in its business environment. First is the external factors. External factors, no organization is an island as it must interact with others, the total environment. Each organization has its goals and responsibilities related to each other. Second, internal forces. This is the replacement of old managers with new breed of managers due to resignation or termination to the other department. Employees' reaction to organizational change. First, acceptance. Pinoy acceptance to change depend on his individual perception. Changes are not necessarily restricted when Pinoy perceives that it will affect him favorably. Second, resistance. Pinoy generally feels comfortable in the environment that is habituated for work. Third, forced acceptance. Pinoy may resist change in the initial stage, but if he cannot resist the change, then there is no other way but to accept it. Fourth, indifference. The two reactions to change are acceptance and resistance, but in some the basic reason for change. First, improve the means of satisfying economic needs of both organization and members. Second, increase profitability and productivity. Third, promote human work for human beings or gainful employment. Fourth, contribute to individual satisfaction and social well-being. Basic steps to organizational change. First is the planning change. This is the first step to any change, strategic change, oriented or employee-oriented change. Managing organizational change. First, change brought about by the government. Any change that requires a certain amount of adjustment in people and organizational behavior. Second, change in place of work. For instance, people who used to be working in Sucat plant was transferred to the new industrial plant in Calamba, Laguna. He found it difficult to adjust his time schedule as he still came from Manila.
Third, we have the change in time schedule. So Pinoy has to make adjustments or else his job satisfaction will be put into a test. This requires adjustment or changes in family work and his schedule in the organization. Number 4. Changes in the nature of work. It means management has to spend for Pinoy training program to develop his skills and talents in handling the integrated job of people management in the organization. Number 5. Changes in technology. Today, new technology has to stay or Pinoy could not work effectively without the use of computers. So they need new training the use of the machine as the old system has to be revised and changed. Number 6. Change in management structure. It means that there will be change in policies or procedure or change in climatic management styles. So Pinoy has to adapt to change in order from his to stay in the job or new pressure of work schedule. Now, let us proceed to the dynamics of organizational change. Key number 1 is structural dimensions. It means that it has something to do with the characteristics and values of the composing factors and the behavior of people in the system. It is the internal behavior of people and management. Next is, it is the following features of structural dimensions. A. Formalization. B. Specialization. C. The hierarchy of authority. D. Standardization. E. Professionalism. F. Personal ratio. G. Complexity. And H. Centralization. The 8 features of structural dimensions is very important because this behavior is reflective of the practices prevailing in the organizational environment. Since we're done in number 1, let us proceed to number 2, which is organizational size. So, increase in manpower would mean opportunity for Pinoy to be promoted in positions he is qualified. So this would need changes in position and work system. Number 3, organizational technology. Pinoy would need training in the use of the machine, so it needs adjustment in his personal outlook. It needs new talents or skills to be efficient in handling the new work system. A new system of appraisal in his work output would be in place to measure the effects of modern technology. Number 4, organizational environment. It is the set of forces surrounding an organization. Number 5, which is organizational strategy. The mission and vision are then simplified into operational goals and objectives that set the company in motion through its departmentalized level of activities. Any changes in business landscape would mean adjustment in company strategy to cope developments in its operational. Then, the organizing strategies. It is important because business in this world of expansion and globalization creates competition beyond the imagination of ordinary mortals. So we need the aid of competent business analysts endowed with the power to analyze the changing condition of the business environment. The following strategies have to be identified. Number 1, organizational expansion. So it is the ability of the organization to cope with competition and its ability to innovate product and services. Number 2 is organizational system of investment. So it is one important determinant of organizational success because wise investment is based on careful study of the prevailing condition in the business arena. So financial institutions would be willing to lend a hand on organization that will use their money in gainful business activities. Number 3, structural reforms. The design of the organizational structure must be based on its current needs for change. Changes in the organizational design carry with it the redefinition of the duties and responsibilities. Number 4, human resource management. One very important component in organizational change is the human resource of the organization because any change in the human organizational component would need a new value system at work. Number 5, public relations strategy. So public relations strategy must be designed in the light of its philosophy and the type of public exposure based on the prevailing changing environment. Then last, we have the strategic customer relation and marketing system. The organization exists because of the customer and stakeholders who patronize their products or services. So it must be affordable and available. Distribution system must be improved and must be within easy access to customers. Customer satisfaction is the name of the game. Marketing organizations need to determine the following. 1. The needs and wants of potential and present customers. 2. The strategy to produce and sell the product. 3. The current competitors and strategy to overcome them. 4. Pricing strategy that makes profit and market share. 5. Marketing and distribution system. 6. Development of long-term customer satisfaction and patronage. Trends in organization that will affect in business in the next decade. So the outsourcing of marketing system to our country could be a favorable move for the increase in employment opportunity for Pinoy who could talk better the language of the business where they are assigned. 1. the fast change in how company conduct business. So the business environment today is markedly different from the past due to technological advancement. A business executive needs not have to travel to the country where he conducts business as he can have teleconference activity right in his office. Then last, outstanding of materials and parts from the other countries. So this change can be favorable to Pinoy if he explores the abundant natural inputs in the country. We have mineral deposits ready for exploration. We need only to process these natural resources before exporting it to the other country.